Welcome to the Joyous Kingdom. I'm Cade. In today's video, we have a brutally honest review for the Imposters NFT game. This is a game put on by one of the most well-known crypto YouTubers, ELLIOTRADES. If you're watching my channel, you probably have heard of him. He's absolutely one of the most influential and OG people in the space. He's also worked on Neo Tokyo with Alex Becker, and he's the creator of Superfarm DAO. What he's looking to do is make a game that is really fun to play, has a play-to-earn aspect, and really lead the charge into the NFT gaming world. He has a very long-term way of looking at the market, and that's how he's always done his stuff. That's why I've always watched him. And one of the craziest things about this project is FaZe Banks. That's right, co-founder of FaZe. He's actually joined the project as an advisor. If you don't know what FaZe is, it's the most popular esports and entertainment organization in the world. It's the one who sponsors like all the big gamers. It's a massive company. Also, the first drop of the Joyous Kingdom clothes is literally out right now. Make sure you check that out. Links in the description below. If you buy any, please tag me on any socials. I would repost you. The shop will be open for 2 weeks, and then we are closing it until the fall or the winter drop. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more NFT content. If you're not already following me on Twitter, if you're not my Discord down below in the description, you are only hurting yourself, fam. As you know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's going to take to navigate this metaverse on your own one day. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. Also, if you're an NFT project looking for a paid, really honest review, please email me at joyofficial@gmail.com. And if you're a business looking to create NFTs and Web3 into your business plan, hit me up as well. Before we even get into the details, let's just check out this 30-second trailer. Really good video. You're also going to notice that this game is very similar to Among Us, a really popular game that took the world by storm a little bit ago. I love that trailer. That was fucking cute. The characters are so cute. It's funny. It's really good. So yeah, this is one of those games that anyone can play, but there's also going to be a play to earn aspect. He's thought about all these things, all the things that people talk about at NFT gaming. He's literally at the top, which makes this project so interesting because we're going to really see if just because you know what you're talking about, if that also translates into being able to pull off the game and do all the things that you know. Because it's one thing to know, it's another thing to do. So if we head into their OpenSea here, 0.39 floor, 21,000 Ethereum traded, 4.8 thousand owners, and 10,000 items. As you saw in the trailer, this is what some of the artwork looks like. Very cute. If we check out their activity here, they did launch and they had a fair bit of like a lot of hype, honestly, but it was pretty much inevitable. With someone of this stature drops a project, it's gonna have the most attention right there. So they flew out the gate around 2-3 ETH for a long time, and then once the market's kind of cooled down, you know, it's just kind of been trending downward. And if we check out their unique holders, there is one person with 7%, which is a lot. Then under that is 3.5%, which is also a lot. Now this is a null address, so I'm not sure. This potentially could just be the team withholding this many, so I'm not sure. So what they're trying to do with this game is make a really fun, simple game, but then have a ton of add-ins, a ton of different game loops, different game styles to attract a whole variety of people, because what they want to do here is not remain a blockchain game. They want to be a massive game and then have some Web3 mechanics that people can get excited to make some money off of. So if you never play Among Us, the idea is that one person is the imposter and his job is to kill everyone before anyone realizes who it actually is. So everyone's playing this interactive game together, but everyone's doing their own little thing. The goal is not to get caught out while you're by yourself in a corner and then someone kills you out of nowhere and then you don't have a chance to say anything. The fun thing about it is when someone stumbles upon one of the bodies, they say, oh my god, so-and-so died. Who do we think it was? And then you guys all vote on who it was. Also, I don't know if you're watching this, Elliot, but if you are, I did shoot you a LinkedIn message a little while ago. But I would love to have you on the podcast. Just chat about life, talk about NFTs, talk about gaming, all the things you've been doing. You don't do too much of that kind of content for your community. I bet they would love to see it. I know it probably is like a personal choice not to do it, but if you do want to chop it up, talk about life, I would love to. And this is the Imposters Twitter page. I think they do a great job on their socials. They even have a team of people who are kind of like ambassador style where they play the game, and I guess they have some kind of reimbursement there. We're actually getting one of the guys over there who is doing that onto the Joyous Kingdom show, so we'll be able to talk to him. He's going to be doing the beta test this week, actually, and I believe he is going to be playing with Elio, so I am really excited to ask him about that. All right, here's their website. Imposters, play to earn, social deduction game. What is Imposters? Metaverses are boring without games, and competitive games lack social connection. There needs to be a middle ground. Social game bridges the gap between today's Twitch culture and the future of immersive metaverses. Imposters is a AAA social gaming metaverse that is truly owned and powered by the players. Imposters' first game mode will be a social deduction game. That's the one we just saw. The Imposters Genesis drop will give access to the holders to all Genesis season events. Each event provides access to a different part of the Imposter verse. Play to earn game. It's community owned through the community DAO, and it's a social metaverse like we just said. And here's their Genesis roadmap. Blood is the token they use within their metaverse, and it'll be required for all Genesis season events. They also use the super token, which we'll get into in a second. For phase 1, week 2 is staking. Stake your Imposter NFT and start earning blood token. Week 4, UFOs, Genesis UFOs mint. Week 6, pets, the Genesis pets mint. Week 8, materials used to upgrade UFOs and train their pets, which is a different part of the game, which we'll get into in the white paper. Week 10, cosmetics chest. Look fly in the game with some loot. Super sus week, closed beta access pass, let the games begin. Season culmination, Genesis land mint. Phase 2, open the beta launch, battle pass, map maker. Phase 3, land goes live, game mode maker. And for their team, we already talked about Elio. We also have Tim Clancy. He's actually the lead blockchain architect at Superfarm, so they know each other very well. I assume he's very, very qualified, otherwise he wouldn't be working at Superfarm. And since Superfarm's only following one account, and it's actually Imposters, I do believe that they're looking to make Imposters kind of the poster child for this, which means ELLIOTRADES is all fucking in on this, and he's putting his entire reputation, his entire company, everything he's worked for since like 2015 or wherever he started, everything is on this right now. And like I always say in my YouTube videos talking about NFT projects, you always want to bet on the team. You always want to bet on the competency of the people who are working the team, because no matter how good the idea is, how big the vision is, if you don't have people who can pull it off without the right connections, the money, the attention, everything, it's not going to work. And the team has a lot of experience working on Roblox, Far Cry 2, Trover Saves the Universe, Gears of War, Amazon Prime, Pixar, Engine Protocol. And like I mentioned earlier, Blood is their ERC20 utility token at the center of their economy. Players accumulate blood token and can redeem it for a variety of perks and in-game items. Now, they also have the super token, which is a governance token for their metaverse. All fees generated by the game marketplace are controlled by the super DAO treasury. Super is not earned or emitted within the game itself. Super is a hard capped and non-inflationary, where blood has no supply cap. The way I'm reading this, it seems like blood is kind of like in Pokemon, the game token, the money that you have in the game. It's not really worth anything, but it's what's required to actually like go and buy Pokeballs, go buy Great Balls, go buy potions and stuff like that. And just so you guys can get a look at how this economy is kind of broken down, they have their NFT characters, special items, earning blood, fees from the secondary sales. They have the UFOs, which is going to be its own style of game, which is kind of like a racing thing. They have their pets, which will be doing like a battling style thing, and then the land, where they're going to have races, battles, all those other things taking place on. And then the super DAO treasury is going to be funding all this stuff. The blood token will be needed for NFT character mints, in-game cosmetics, UFO crafting and upgrades, pet breeding and training, land minting, and leveling up. So the way they're doing their staking is called transfer lock based staking. Your NFTs will actually stay displayed in your wallet, which is typically not what happens. When you stake your NFT, it kind of like disappears. And it's one of those things like you lock it up for a little bit, you get some type of compensation back. Usually it's some kind of in-game currency, which is what a lot of projects did. But this one, even when it's staked, you can still verify that you own the NFT and show it off after staking. Now, depending on which staking you go with, you can go with the easiest, the most low risk thing, which is what I would probably do. I would have probably done one of these. And if you're super high risk and you want to say, fuck it, give me all the best benefits, you're going to go with the 90-day lockup period. You get a 50% boost instead of a 30 or 15 or none, and you get 150 blood token per day versus like the 100, the 115. Since I'm more risk off, I would have likely done the 30-day one just because that's how I am. And then if you wanted to mint all the Genesis season items, you would have had to accumulate 10,600 blood token, and so that must factor in your strategy as to how much you're going to be staking for, how long, and how that would change. Some people are big time gamers. They want to mint every single one, so they're going to have the highest lockup period, and they're going to be doing that. Other people just want to buy into the project and hold it. I'm more that kind of person. I'm a little bit more boring. And then for their UFO roadmap, which is their like racing game, each of these UFOs belong to one of the 4 galaxies based on rarity. We'll have the Gold Comb, the Draconis, Valorum, and Galactech. I don't know if I said any of those right. For phase 2, they'll be able to claim their 3D generative UFO. They'll be used inside of their game mode. UFOs will be able to equip sub NFTs that improve stats and in-game performance, which you'll use the blood token for, I think, for wing sets, engines, paint jobs, and thrusters. Phase 3, everything begins. You can equip your stuff. You can go racing. You can do all the things. And in this, you can wager blood. You can do whatever you want to play. It's more of just like, hey, let's play. Let's earn some. That's what they're going for here. For phase 1 of their pets, it's going to be the same thing, minting, getting into one of these 4 galaxies, depending on which rarity you get. Then you'll be able to claim your 3D generative pet. It'll follow you kind of like in Pokemon. Then just like with the UFOs, you can equip sub NFTs to improve your improve your game experience, honestly. And then phase 3, the battles go, pets evolution goes. Each pet can have 1 weapon. They can also have different shields. They can have different auras to boost specific stats and different abilities for offensive or defensive. And then if you want to evolve them, you just have to use the blood token. So just gives you a little bit more utility. And then for their land, depending on which one you're able to mint, which is based on like what other NFTs you own that you use to be able to create this land, different materials that will come from the land, leveling up pets, breeding pets, upgrading lands, crafting your UFOs, upgrading UFOs, and more. This really opens up the game to add a little bit of a different layer to it. It's kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom when they were playing. Depending on the different area of the kingdom you're in dueling, you were on a different kind of field. Maybe you're on a water field or a forest field or a desert field or whatever, right? And just add another element to the game because you have to worry about those things, because with water comes certain disadvantages and certain advantages for certain kinds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that you had. Some of the things they're doing to make gas more efficient, since they are doing this on Ethereum, which is more expensive, they want to update owner balances all at once in a batch to save gas. They're maintaining a sparse mapping of token owner balances to make mints as cheap as possible. Shout out to the Azuki team for first popularizing this. I do remember that. They want to remove on-chain enumerations of items and unnecessary contract information just because it can reduce the deployment costs. They want to reduce the bytecode of deployment by switching entirely to a system reverting on Solidity 0.8 errors instead of using any reversion string messages. I don't know what the fuck that means, to be honest. And then they're just doing everything they can to optimize the contracts. That is as cheap as possible. Then I jumped into their Discord just to make sure everything was good in here. There wasn't too many channels. Everything looked organized, and it does. And I like how every few months they update the community, just saying like what's been going on in the past few months, what to look forward to, just keeping people informed. I would love to see this on the website actually too. I think all NFT projects should have a segment on their website, which is like the Medium articles, and just have all the things there. That way, if someone new comes into the project and they're like, yo, what's going on? They can just scroll to the bottom of the website and say, oh, this was happening in the past 6 months, you know? Anyways, as far as my constructive criticism, I would probably just say, like, bring on just as many fucking streamers as you can to play the game. The goal is to get eyes and eyes and eyes. So yeah, I would maybe say put out some kind of compensation benefit for people who want a game and just get more and more and more and more people to do it, which they're already doing. So anyways, that is going to bring this video to a close. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you learned something. If you did, smash a like in this video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom for more NFT content. We're uploading all the fucking time. You don't want to miss it. If you're not following me on Twitter, if you're not, just go down below in the description. You are only hurting yourself, fam. If you want to see more of me right now, click one of these boxes on the other side of me. Until next time, continue on your voyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video.